Om Shri Manjunathaya Namaha. May I request the audience to please stand praise and welcome the dignitaries on the stage. Please join me in welcoming our Honorable Chancellor, Shri Dharmasala Manjunatheshwari University, and esteemed member of Rajya Sabha, Pujya Shri D. Virendra Hegde ji, Dr. K. Ramalingam, Research Director, Aravind Medical Research Foundation, Madurai, and our chief guest this evening, Dr. Niranjan Kumar, Vice Chancellor, Shri Dharmasala Manjunatheshwari University, and an eminent plastic surgeon, and Dr. Chirendra Shettar, Registrar, Shri Dharmasala Manjunatheshwari University. I request all the dignitaries to kindly come on stage, please. We are indeed honored to have the distinguished personalities on stage on this significant day, and I would like to request the dignitaries to light the auspicious lamp to begin the evening proceedings. Sir.
Possible, all team members sit together. As far as possible, team members you should sit together. All team members should sit together. As far as possible, team members should sit together.
Sir.
We extend our thanks to all the dignitaries for lighting the auspicious lamp and invoking the divinity into each one gathered here on this remarkable evening. I request the audience to kindly take seat and experience the wonderful evening events. Om Shri Manjunathaya Namaha. Good evening and a warm welcome to each one assembled at Ishavasya for the National Science Day celebrations, a culmination of scientific brainstorming, knowledge sharing, and a thorough group effort of staff and students alike of the constituent units of Sri Dharmasala Manjunatheshwari University. There has been an unparalleled display of enthusiasm and a brain muscle workout, a stimulus to exercise the inner curiosity, which is aptly on display here today. This has been truly a platform where wonderful brains of our university conceived and presented exceptional ideas with a path to ensuring Atmanirbhar Bharat, a theme that has been a vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. National Science Day has been an initiative to provide bright scientific minds of the country a podium to showcase their scientific bent of mind and integrate this effort for human welfare. Once long ago, a young Indian mind wondered, why is the sky blue? A small question that led to a path-breaking discovery. A chapter in my son's fourth grade textbook narrates this incredible story of Sir C.V. Raman, who received Nobel Prize in Physics for his discovery of Raman effect or Raman light scattering on 28 February 1930, which is rightly celebrated now as the National Science Day. Let us commence the proceedings of this evening with a prayer invocation, which is a traditional way to experiencing the divine and invoking the blessings of the Almighty. May I now request Dr. Ramesh Shri, faculty at Department of Biochemistry, for the invocation song.
जय जननी शारदे वीणा विनोदे वाणी वरदे शारदे सनकनुते वरप्रदे जय जननी शारदे शारदे स्वरवर्णरूपिणी धारणराणि वेदान्ततरङ्गिणी पन्नगवेणि वेदान्ततरङ्गिणी नारदजननी वेदान्ततरङ्गिणी नारदजननी नादस्वरूपिणी साध्विकल्याणी जय जननी शारदे वीणा विनोदे वाणी वरदे शारदे सनकनुते वरप्रदे जय जननी शारदे जय जननी शारदे जय जननी शारदे शारदे
Thank you, Dr. Rameshri, for rendering the divine melody. I would like to now request Dr. Chidendra Shettar, Registrar, Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University, to formally welcome the gathering.
Good evening to one and all. Om Shri Manjunathaya Namah. Spirituality begins where science ends. Offering my respects to the Honorable Chancellor of Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University, Dr. D. Virendra Hegde, Dharmadhikari, Shri Kshetra Dharmasthala. I welcome you, sir. Research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has thought of. I welcome the chief guest of today's function, Dr. K. Dharmalingam, Director Research, Arvind Medical Research Foundation, Madurai. I welcome you, sir. Learning is a matter of gathering knowledge, and wisdom is applying that knowledge. I welcome Dr. Niranjan Kumar, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University. I welcome you, sir. When women support each other, incredible things happen. I welcome Srimati Padmanatha Niranjan Kumar, Executive Director, Member BOG, Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University. The future needs passionate, happy, confident young leaders willing to change the status quo of stand up for their convictions. I welcome Sri Saket Shetty, Director Administration of Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University. And I also welcome Mrs. Naidila Saket Shetty in her absence. In the mind of every artist, there's a masterpiece. I welcome the artist of Silhots, Dr. S.K. Joshi, Pro Vice Chancellor of Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University. The strong man behind the activities of the society. I welcome Sri Jivandar Kumar, Pro Vice Chancellor of Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University. I welcome the Finance Officer, Sri V.G. Prabhu, who is needed to fund the Science Day projects. I welcome the Controller of Examiners, Dr. Satyabodh Guttal and his team of Deputy Controllers. I welcome the Deputy Registrars, Dr. Ajanta, Dr. Sunil Kem, and Professor Chelli. If the school principal is strong, motivated, and a good manager who clearly outlines expectations for staff and students, then the school tends to make progress. We are lucky enough not to have one, but abundant number of such principals. I welcome Dr. Ratnamala Desai, Principal of the Medical Faculty. I welcome Dr. Balram Naik, Principal Dental Faculty. I welcome Dr. Sunil KM, Principal Physiotherapy Faculty. I welcome Professor David Kola, Principal of Nursing Faculty. I also acknowledge and welcome Principal of Engineering College, Professor Gopinath. I welcome Dr. Palakshi, Principal Research of Biomedical Sciences. I welcome the Medical Superintendent, his team, and all the Vice Principals, Heads of Departments, Senior Professors, Research Directors, Heads of all invited guests of the sister institutes, all teaching and non-teaching staff, all supportive staff, and the most important people, the students. We are here gathered to celebrate the National Science Day, which has been briefed of why we are celebrating it. This custom of celebrating was started in February 2021 in our institute, and it has been progressing very steadily with about 114 registrations across all institutions. And the presentations you have seen across the posters that have been put there. 95 of the posters have been presented. This program has provided an unique opportunity for better interaction of the faculty and students in trying to present these papers and present these papers. We hope that this interaction across all institutes shall increase, leading to the discovery of things of national importance. Just to brief the number of posters from each of the institutes, the STM College of Engineering has got 42 posters, STM College of Dental Sciences has got 24 posters, STM College of Medical Sciences has got 10, the Nursing College 8, College of Physiotherapy 7, RIBS 4. Thank you and welcome you all once again to this celebration of today's National Science Day.
We extend our profound gratitude to Dr. Shetter for his account about the significance of this National Science Day and the fervor with which it is conducted here. We also extend a cordial welcome to Dr. Shetter to this event and thank him for the warmth he spread in welcoming the gathering. Thank you, sir. I now mention and acknowledge with a great sense of gratitude that we are really fortunate to have our Honorable Chancellor and esteemed member of Rajya Sabha, Pujya Shri D. Virendra Hegedeji amongst us today. It is indeed a privilege to request our Honorable Chancellor, Shri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University, to release the Science Day booklet, which is a compilation of the innovative thoughts and collective efforts of the incredible fraternity and their scientific visualizations. We would like to thank our Honorable Chancellor and all dignitaries on stage for having released the Science Day booklet. Kindly accept our sincere gratitude. Today has been a day we eagerly looked forward to, for it promised an opportunity to hear the words of wisdom from our Honorable Chancellor Pujya Shri D. Virendra Hegedeji, and it is my humble duty to request his words of blessings to be bestowed upon each one in attendance.
Offering my prayers to Lord Manjunath. the university, Dr. Shettar, and all other HOD principals of the various institutions, and the students who participated in the competitions or in the presentations, and my dear students. It is a pleasure to be associated with this day because the day is celebrated as the Science National Science Day. Actually, it should be the progressive efforts of our predecessors to be acknowledged today. We don't say what we have done, but what we are today is because of the past. I was asked to address the Rajya Sabha a few days back in the presence of Prime Minister, and I said we are not progressing from the past, but from the present to the future, because past is always a glory, but the present is the truth. So whatever achievements we have done today can lead us for a better future tomorrow. So you see the air show in Bangalore. They were exhibiting different flights, different aircrafts, different innovative things that has developed. And the future, we can say that thousands of years back, the knowledge of airborne traffic was there. We had a knowledge of Vimana. We refer it in Ramayana as Pushpak Viman, flying from Lanka to Ayodhya. Otherwise, perhaps they would have committed suicide by the time they came here. And several instances we quote. But today, what we are going to discuss is about the future. Future is on the basis of today's achievements. So I said today's achievements are the plan for the future. So that's what I am still inviting your attention to this subject, because we are here. What we have achieved is the footsteps for the future. So we have many scientists amongst us, even youngsters, but unfortunately in the past several years we are not informed about such innovative experiences our children had, our students had, and there was no platform for them to exhibit their talents. I was told by one of my staff in Dharmasala that his son gets up early morning 4 o'clock and sets out for a research on the mist that is on the glass of the automobile. He says he took the car every day to the outside the house. He parks it in the mist and he wants to generate a research on the mist clearance of the glass. I was surprised because he was an ordinary boy of about 8th and 9th standard. For him to imagine that is something very unique. But such thoughts were there, and earlier the parents would have shouted at him, "Why do you get up at 4 o'clock, take my car and make it dirty?" All that. So today, because of the progressive nature, we have the television, we have the mobile phones, and so many newspaper informations we encourage our children to do the research. So many of our school children, even our Dharmasala High School, Ujira High School, and other high school students, have gone up to Delhi to present their papers. So what I'm trying to say is, it's an inborn gift that everybody has an inclination to do something creative, something new, something which is helpful to the humanity. Agriculturists, I think they are the best innovators of all of us, because even today, if you ask agriculture, he will say that I have done something new. He will say that I have found something new. He will say that I have found some new instrument to maintain my garden. He may say that I have experimented on this plant. I have experimented then in this fruit. So a person used to come and tell me, pomegranate, he grows pomegranate. He says pomegranate is the best crop for a farmer, which can yield 2 lakhs per acre. He says he can generate, he can make income of 2 lakh per acre. So this recently he had come to them and I said, what is the position now? Because I knew it had black spot disease everywhere. So he says, sir, it is still workable, still achievable, workable. So I have made some research on that. So such innovative ideas and opportunities are there for the society, for every human being. Not necessarily you should be a student of science, you should be a student of medical university, or you should be a student of engineering course. Anybody can think of any other research. So this type of
encouragement given by the government to innovate and to publish it is very encouraging. Recently, a group of French people had come to Dharmasala. They had visited the Institute of Management at Mysore. They asked me a question. They asked me why you are managing a museum at Dharmasala. I told them that I'm interested in the growth of technology in an automobile. For example, cameras. I got about 700 cameras, from pinhole camera to the latest camera. How the science has grown, how the technology has grown, photography technology has grown. I said, if you take an automobile, it was all mechanical. And there is an aircraft at Dharmasala parked near our Netravati building. If you see the outer body, it looks shell, it looks very nice. And I have traveled in that. Last trip was my trip into Bombay to Rajasthan. But then Mrs. Birla, Priyambata Birla, she gifted me that flight aircraft. She said, you can take it. When I came to Dharmasala, I just saw the cables running from the pilot's cabin to the hinges. So all the movement of the wings were all by cables. I said I would not have sat in this way in this aircraft if I had seen these cables earlier. So that's the starting. So they had that confidence, they had that research, they had that very perfect technology to use the cables today it's all in electronic usage, but they used to do this. I told the students that the first knowledge I have is of mechanical operations. The automobiles were stopped by mechanical brakes, and then came the electrical brakes or hydraulic brakes with pressure, air pressure. The vehicle used to stop. Then came the electronic. Now you have so many technology. The car can stop on its own without the driver's knowledge if it finds some obstacles on the way. So I said, this is how I want to show the new generation, the younger generation, how the technology has grown from mechanical system to electronic and other systems that is developed now. So aircraft, I was flying from Delhi to the Bangalore few days back, 3-4 days back, and my daughter was with me. I was listening to the engine noise. So I said, "What's this? It's going very slow." Suddenly, the noise of the engine raised, and then I said, "Now I think he has put onto the autopilot." She said, "I have never bothered about the engine sound. You are so sensitive to the engine sound." This is because I have grown with the time. I said, "I have grown with the time." So many things can happen around us, which is helpful to us and others. So research is not necessarily from scientists. We don't give the responsibility to somebody to do it, but we can all do some study on our own. We can also think of contributing to the future of the world. So I'm very happy that the Science Day is celebrated here. Students are motivated. Students now they have. I'm really sorry that you are disappointed that we couldn't reach all the scientific explanation, the competitions you had, poster competitions you had, because for some reasons we could not go and spend some time in front of the posters. But I know that you a lot of efforts, you put in a lot of efforts to prepare those postcards, and I wish that you will be second. We ask some questions, perhaps those questions were theoretical because they knew what could be done but cannot be done because of the investment they could make. They could not make it today, but tomorrow when you grow, you can do it. So I wish all success to the students who have prepared the posters because they have given food for the thought and they have made somebody to think and achieve something. I'm very happy Dr. Dharmalingam could find time here, and I visited his hospital in Coimbatore some years back. I had been to Sadhguru, the ashram near Coimbatore, and then somebody said this hospital which has a very interesting system of collecting patients every day, because getting about 200 patients a day is not a joke. So they said 200 patients every day they are collected from the villages. They are taken to the treatment. Evening, I think they are yeah. Evening they are sent back. So every day they will find 200 patients, but every day fresh 200 patients. It's also research study how patient operate to these patients in the same day and send them back in the evening. In the olden days, perhaps it would have taken 7 days to remove the. Yeah, because I know when Dr. Modi, MC Modi, in 1968 and 69, Modi used to come to Dharmasala and operate there, and he used to operate 200 to 300 people a day. And very interestingly, I saw him once pricking needle to his eyes. We were going, he was checking, he was throwing light on somebody and said, operation, no, send him back. Within split second, he would advise. So those who are not fit for operation, they would request him, sir, please do something, do it. But he would say, it is not required for you. And in front of me, he took a syringe and just pricked that into the eyes. I was sweating, my whole body was sweating and wet. But he went to Tirupati, and at Tirupati, he had done about 700 surgeries in one day. I think it was a record, 700 surgeries done in one day. And while coming back, he had put some papers in the hundi. So people were asked him, what, sir, it looked like a paper, not money. Because everybody offers cash and currency to the hundi. You offered some paper. He said, yes, I have offered the list of patients whom I operated to the hundi. Sir, what is it? He said, that skill which was given to me by God is what I gave him back. I said, thank God you have given me the skill of operating in one day 200 to 300 people. Today I had a record 700 people getting surgery, cataract surgery in my hands, and I want to offer you that list of patients. So I quoted this in many occasions because this is how perhaps we can thank God. Each one of us are given a special skill, special talent, special opportunity to serve the society and serve the humanity. So we serve the God through this special skill we have. So I was very happy to hear Dr. MC Modi, and I gifted, I donated my van in 69, because if you want to know the price of that van was, it was 14,000 rupees. On today, you will not get even 2 tires for 14,000 rupees. The whole vehicle was costing 14,000 rupees in 69. I donated him 14,000 rupees worth the full van. I donated him, and today even 2 tires may not be available for 14,000 rupees. But he was using there for quite a long time, and I was very happy to support him, because through supporting him, I was supporting the humanity. So I thank Dr. Dharmalingam for visiting this hospital and motivating you from his speech. I thank you all. May God bless you. May Manjunath Swami bless us for the growth of the institution.
Sir, we are truly blessed with your presence today, and with a deep sense of gratefulness, I, on behalf of the entire community at Sri Dharmasala Manjunatheshwara University, thank you for your thought-provoking insights, inspiring vision, and guidance. Thank you, sir. At today's occasion, we are honored to have amongst us as chief guest Dr. K. Dharmalingam, Research Director, Arvind Medical Research Foundation, Madurai. Dr. Dharmalingam is well known for his distinguished service in multiple dimensions throughout his illustrious professional career. I would like to request Dr. Vishwas Kavishwar, Head Department of Innovations and in charge Central Research Lab, to introduce today's respected chief guest to the gathering.
Om Shri Manjunathaya Namaha. Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure. Hello. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce today's guest of honor, Professor Dr. K. Dharmalingam, who is currently serving as the Director Research at Arvind Medical Research Foundation, Annanagar, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. Professor Dharmalingam was born on 3rd January 1949 in a small village near Pollachi, Tamil Nadu. After his schooling at Gandhi Kala Nilayam High School, he completed his graduation and secured first rank in master's degree in zoology from Tigeraj College, Madurai. Further, Professor Dharmalingam obtained his PhD in biochemistry from Madurai Kamaraj University in the year 1974, which laid the foundation for his illustrious career in research. Post his PhD, Dr. Dharmalingam held several positions such as Research Associate at Tufts Medical School, Boston, USA, Reader, Professor, Head of the Department, Chairperson of various departments at Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai. To his credit, he has published more than 200 scientific articles, 5 books, and received 2 patents. He has been honored with memberships from various national and international professional societies like American Society of Microbiology, the New York Science Academy, Protein Society USA, Indian Society of Cell Biology, Asia Pacific International Molecular Biology Network, just to name few. Not surprisingly, he has been bestowed with many prestigious awards in recognition to his contribution in the field of research and innovation. Professor Dhammalingam was awarded with the prestigious Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize in 1992 for his pioneering invention on induction of mutagenic DNA repair during restriction of non-glycosylated T4 DNA in Escherichia coli. The DBT Distinguished Research Fellowship was also bestowed upon him for decades of prodigious hard work. Professor Dhammalingam is also the recipient of Tata Innovation Fellowship Award in 2007. He has been elected member and fellow of Guha Research Conference and National Academy of Sciences in 1985 and 1992 respectively. Professor Dhammalingam joined Arvind Medical Research Foundation as a director of research since July 2013. He is actively involved in Biotechnology Research Council and many other committees mentored by DBT, which is Department of Biotechnology. Professor Dhammalingam is very renowned, yet a humble scientist who considers himself fortunate to have good enough and brilliant students throughout his lifetime. Professor Dhammalingam is one of the pioneers in the field of proteomics in India. He has diversified his scientific voyage as a biochemist, molecular biologist, geneticist, biotechnologist in an unimpeded manner. He has taken up large projects from DBT, and his team is currently addressing several questions on glaucoma and other eye diseases using quantitative proteomics approach. He's a ferocious reader, a perseverant researcher, and known for his interest in photography and love for animals. Professor Dhammalingam, in spite of his immense achievement in the field of research, he is still striving to make more contribution to the field. Sir, we hope your presence here will inspire us all and all the young scientists and inventors to achieve the best in their respective chosen field. Thank you so much.
It is a great source of inspiration to have a glimpse into the life and achievements of Dr. K. Dharmalingam, the chief guest at this National Science Day event, and I would like to thank Dr. Kavishwar for his articulate introduction. Thank you, sir. On this note, may I have the privilege to request our chief guest, Dr. K. Dharmalingam, to deliver his special address.
Good evening to all of you. Honorable Chancellor of this great institution, Pooya Sri Virendra Hegade, Honorable Vice Chancellor Niranjan Kumar, Dr. Shettar, and all the members of the faculty, students, teachers. I have been here since the morning, and I have seen some of the infrastructure and facilities built up. It's amazing. I only can think of what I had when I returned in 1981. It is not even 1,000th of what you have today. And that is the foresight of your founder and chancellor. And I could see even today, he is thinking about the future. When we're all looking at the past, dealing with the glories of the past, here is the person who is looking at the future. And that's how the great country is built, because of people like him. And you're all lucky to have somebody like him to guide you all. And building up such organizations and running it successfully is not easy. I worked with the government in a state university for 30 years. I know how difficult things are. But now I'm working with another organization, Aravind Medical Research Foundation and Aravind Eye Hospital. And if you look at both these organizations, I see quite a large number of similarities. They both are actually looking at those who are in need of medical care. And that's what actually the driving force. And I'm really happy that you have great personality here guiding you and also building up this institution. Now, coming back to today's talk, the theme of the National Science Day this year is an exceedingly interesting one. It is actually World Science and World Well-being, right? The world science and world well-being is extremely important because science is universal and it is not to do with any one particular country or one particular state. When once there is a scientific discovery, and the knowledge and the benefit which accrue are going to be belonging to the entire world. For example, this particular point, I will come back to you in a minute, how Raman himself was articulating it. Now, as you all know, February 28th of 1928 was the day they discovered, but it took actually at least some time for it to get published. Actually, publication was on 31st of March. And on 16th of March, he gave a talk in Bangalore on this Raman scattering on the South Indian Association of Science in Bangalore. And you have to learn a lot from this particular gentleman. Apart from his discovery being a Nobel Prize winning cadre, the experiments were done completely in India. That's what the great discovery is. Not a single thing was done elsewhere. And the equipment we used are extremely simple. And if he is here today, I wouldn't imagine what all things he can do because he has such excellent facilities. And also, you got to remember at that time he was facing extremely stiff competition. Within 3 months, 2 Russians were actually discovering the very same effect. What he discovered in the using liquid, they used the crystals to discover that. So the competition. And also, his was a discovery within 6 months. It was tested and reconfirmed by Peter Pinkstein. Now, Pinkstein is the one who named it as Raman effect, not Raman. After he confirmed it in July of 2028, he is naming it as Raman effect. So that shows the great discovery. And within 2 years, there are 300 to 400 papers published on that, and he gets a Nobel Prize within 2 years. So that is why the discovery is very important. Apart from being the first Asian to get the Nobel Prize for the work done exclusively in India, that is what the National Science Day spirit. You do the things here. And don't have complaints that you don't have equipment. You have whatever you needed provided. Imagination is the only thing which you need, nothing else. And saying this theme a little bit about the world science and world well-being, Raman says this: outstanding investigators are claimed as one or another of many different countries, yet in the truest sense they belong to the whole world. That's what Raman's attitude, and that's what it is today. But at the same time, when you look at this, science is all important, scientific temper is more important, and we have to have a scientific attitude. But how much money we are spending? Since we have a Rajya Sabha member with us, I think I should put this one. Korea spends 4% of GDP. USA spends 3.5% of GDP. China spends 2.4% of GDP. We spend 0.36% of GDP this year, 16,000 odd crores. Now, this has to change. Now, government may not be able to do it, but we are others like our Honorable Hegde is here. He will be capable of, people like him are capable of raising this GDP spending level to science and technology. Actually, he is already doing it. But this 0.36 is not reflected in the total spending of science of 2023 because there are a large number of organizations and people like him are putting the money in. But what I want is that research as an activity today definitely is very important, and I'm sure our Honorable Chancellor will definitely think about helping more and more scientific research here. Now, one more thing which we have to look at is science is not primarily involved in knowledge generation, because Louis Pasteur said there is science and applications of science. There is nothing like applied science. There is a science and we have a technology, you convert it into application of science. These are only two things. And every science have a knowledge generation aspect as well as the technology and development of additional applications. For example, when Raman discovered that when light passes through liquid, let us say blue light, majority of the light comes out as a blue radiation. But a very small fraction also comes out as green. That's all the discovery. And if you can put it in physically different way, there is an inelastic radiation of different wavelength and energy. Forget that. But apart from whatever you are going in, you are seeing some other radiation. That's what his observation. It is so small and many people didn't believe. But today, with extremely sensitive sensors and extremely strong lasers, laser Raman spectroscopy is used in almost every field, including your own field of medicine. Now, in his Nobel Prize talk, what he already said was that if the Raman effect is used properly, now today using Raman spectroscopy in more than 25 different aspects, but what actually he showed was this particular Raman scatter has a lot to tell about the substance which is scattering it. That's what today we are using it in, whether it is eye science or eye research or pharmaceutical or identifying chemicals or metal or material science. In all fields, Raman spectroscopy is being used. That's what I said, there are 25 different Raman effects. So you can see first whatever is the simplest discovery of explaining why, as it was said in the beginning, the glass of water is white whereas the ocean is blue. That's because of this. But at the same time, now he says whatever is scattering, it is a fingerprint. Raman effect will give you a fingerprint of what is the substance which is scattering the light. So with this, you can see science always have the application effect. Only thing is you have to keep your mind open. Okay, that is another thing which you have to remember. In any organization, science for science is excellent. I have no issues with that. But at the same time, keep your mind open whether it could be becoming an invention, whether you can use a technology to convert it into something very useful. Now, I would take about a few more minutes to tell something which is very important, which is happening now. This is about a particular area of science, which is in 2010, there are only 1,178 papers published. But now in the year 2022, there are 27,120 papers published. Now, I was actually struck today when I went to one of your centers. The thing I am talking about is microbiome. You see, microbiome research is now transforming the whole way we are looking at, whether it is medicine, whether it is behavior, whatever it is, all fields, basically because the microbiome is there everywhere. It is in the gut, it is in the eye. Actually, you wouldn't believe, 5 years ago when I went to US for a conference, there was a poster which says, is ocular microbiome real or imagination? But today, ocular microbiome is a real one. We also study ocular microbiome extensively, and I have seen you have a center wherein microbiome is one of your major focus. And I wish you will continue with that one. For example, if you look, there are 1,000 different species of microorganism in your gut. And you have roughly 3.1 billion cells in your human body. But there are 3.3 billion microorganisms in your body. So you have more microorganisms than your own cells. Number one. Number two, if you look at it, we have only 20,000 genes coding for proteins in your whole system. But the microorganisms there are coding for 9.9 million genes. Now, the point is, if you look at another close thing, if you take two of your palm here, there are 150 different species of bacteria. And the left and right palm have bacteria which is common is only 17%. If you take two different people's palm, there are only 13% of common bacteria. The rest of them are different. So you got to remember they are integral part of us. Actually, they are the ones dealing with the environment. Your skin is filled with bacteria. Now, if you look one particular protein, for example, cytochrome P450, you have 57 genes, but the microorganisms are giving you 3,000 additional genes, so you'd be grateful to them. What we do normally, we kill them all the time. That is why it creates a problem also. That is, dysbiosis becomes the worst case scenario. Sorry about this. Now, one simple thing, for example, we work on what is called polymicrobial infections. If you look at the infection, in the eye infection, for example, you don't see bacteria and fungus infecting the same eye. It is very rare. Maybe you will find one case in a year. Now, what they were shown today, just a couple of weeks back, when you have two different organisms like bacteria and fungus together, a fungus which is resistant to the antifungal voriconazole, because of this additional bacterium which is Pseudomonas, it becomes 1,000 more sensitive. So the bacteria make sure its competition is not existing. In the whole process, you are the beneficiary. So simply not using the bacteria, the antifungal, but simply adding this additional contribution from the bacteria, you can able to deal with these infections. That's what actually now going on. Whether you can use your own microbiome to help you in many, many ways. So the microbiome research is going to be extremely important. For example, it has been shown in the case of diabetes, what happens is there is an autoimmune response because there are antibodies and T cell response against one small section of an insulin peptide, 9 to 23 amino acid long peptide, which is in the insulin, against which your own body responds. And now there is a bacterium which also has, bacterium name is Parabacteroides bistestones. This has a gene who produces the protein which is exactly the same sequence like your insulin peptide. When this bacteria exists, you automatically start diabetes. So what they found is wherever this bacterium exists, you don't have to have autoimmune response, but you actually start getting the diabetes. So knowing this is going to help you quite a lot. Actually, there is a big study, it's called the Environmental Determinants of Diabetes in the Young, a major trial in which they found in the children of age group 9 to 19 years, huge number of microbiomes are actually involved in increasing the both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So what I'm trying to tell is this microbiome is becoming an extremely interesting aspect. And for example, if you look at the cancers, breast cancer always have Cladosporium. If you look at lungs cancer, you will have Aspergillus. And just by measuring the 20 fungal species in your gut and the skin, you will be able to diagnose whether the person is going to get a cancer or not. That's what actually, if you go back to Raman's original discovery, today we can use laser Raman spectroscopy for fingerprinting the microorganisms also. So from that point of view, it is very appropriate that you celebrate this National Science Day. The first National Science Day I celebrated is 1987. I just joined at the time. 1986 was the year when Department of Biotechnology started the MSc Biotechnology program. 87 was the first year we started. And now I'm extremely happy to see that you are starting this tradition of doing this National Science Day, and I wish that you will make it a lot more intense and also a lot more expanded to all your organizations. And I'm very happy to see the posters. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to see the posters, all of them, but what I feel is they have taken enormous amount of effort to produce it. I congratulate all of them. It is not all of you should spend time to say it, because this is what we are trying to do. Yes, I saw just now. That is another thing I was about to mention. I haven't seen such nicely produced handbook for any of the National Science Days. I have been to giving this talk various places Science Days, including in Manipal, right? Some years ago, but this is something which is, that shows your commitment. That shows actually, obviously, this comes from the top. Your perfection comes always from the top. So, and that's what it is actually happening. And I'm very happy that actually originally it was supposed to be yesterday, and I'm very happy that you postponed so that I had a pleasure of seeing your, and I invite him and invite all of you to come to Madurai once to see, apart from the temple, that you should come and see your organization and what they do, things like that. And with this, I should really thank two people. One is Satyamurthy to inform me about the great work which is happening, number one, and second is Pavanna. He is the one which really made sure that I come here there and also give a talk on this one. And only one thing about I'm going to complain about Pavanna is I was thinking I will be talking for 45 minutes, but he said you should talk only 20 minutes. Anyway, thank you very much. I wish you all success.
Sir, we are deeply moved by your speech and also encouraged. And this prospect to listen to you today and get a view of your vast and rich experiences was extremely gratifying and fruitful. Thank you, sir. May I now request our Honorable Chancellor, Pujya Shri D. Virendra Hegde ji, to felicitate our distinguished chief guest by presenting a memento as a token of our appreciation and respect for his presence here at today's occasion. Our sincere gratitude to our Honorable Chancellor and all the respected dignitaries for doing the honors. We also wish to thank Dr. K. Dharmalingam for his esteemed presence here today. Thank you, sir. Today is a day of great enthusiasm and anticipation for the young scientific minds, and we are finally at the most awaited moment of the day. Let me now request Dr. Mahima Tilakchand, faculty at Department of Conservative Dentistry, SDM College of Dental Sciences and Hospital, to announce the awards.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhir. Om Shri Manjunathaya Namaha. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is. Good evening to one and all present here. Seeking the blessings of Honorable Chancellor Pujya Shri D. Virendra Hegde ji, on behalf of the organizing committee of the National Science Day Celebration 2023, I am happy to present the winners of the poster presentation competition and to recognize the people associated with the Science Day celebration processes. Let's begin the cascade of awards. I would request our Honorable Chancellor, Pujya Shri D. Virendra Hegde ji, to give away the certificates to the prize winners. The check prize, I would request our chief guest for today, Dr. K. Dharmalingam sir, and the gifts to the teams by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Niranjan Kumar sir. Would request all the team members, led by their team leader, to come and collect the awards as their team names are announced. So let's begin with the 5th place winning team. So the prize goes to the team Disruptors, led by the team leader, Mr. Venkatesh S. Trimali from SDM Engineering College. Now moving on to the 4th place, the winning team is the team The Threads of Fuel, led by team leader Ms. Medha Uttigiri from SDM Engineering College. Moving on to the 3rd place winning team. The 3rd place goes to the team Ergo Dents, led by team leader Dr. Ravi Shirati from SDM Dental College. Now eagerly, I'm sure all of you are awaiting to know who has bagged the 2nd place. And the 2nd place goes to Team Community Clan, led by team leader Dr. Salima Bijapuri from SDM College of Physiotherapy. A big round of applause. Now the much awaited, the trophy winning team to come and receive the prize. Let's all put our hands together and congratulate and welcome the team LS Comp, led by Mr. Vinayak S. Uppin and Mr. M.A. Omar Farooq from SDM Engineering College. They received the winning trophy for the first prize amongst 95 posters which were presented on the occasion of National Science Day. The organizing committee of the National Science Day has announced 10 consolation prizes this year. We request the following teams to come and receive the certificate of appreciation by our dignitaries. Number 1 on the place is Team Informosomes from SDM RIBS, led by Dr. Jagdisha P. and team. The next team to receive the consolation prize I request our Vice Chancellor, sir, to give the certificates and our Chief Guest, Dr. Dharmalingam, to please hand over the memento to the winners. So first team, Team Informosomes from SDM RITS, led by Dr. Jagdisha P and team. The second consolation prize goes to Team SDM Medicine 2023 from SDM Medical College, led by Dr. Naveen Kulkarni and team. Team SDM Medicine 2023 from SDM Medical College, led by Dr. Naveen Kulkarni and team. Next, please be ready, is Team Labor Facilitators from SDM Physiotherapy College, led by Sumedha Mane and team. Team Labor Facilitators from SDM Physiotherapy College, led by Sumedha Mane and team. The next team, please be ready, is Team Hum Science Ki Taraf Se Hain from SDM Dental College, led by Dr. Nikita Rohila and team. Next team to be ready is Team Sterobots from SDM Dental College, led by Miss Siri Gauri HV and team. Team Sterobots. The next team to receive the consolation prize is Team PSG from SDM Engineering College, led by Mr. Mallikarjun A. Katagiri and team. Coming on the stage is Team PSG from SDM Engineering College. The next team is Team Mission Possible from SDM Physiotherapy College, led by Miss UH Anusha and team. Team Mission Possible from SDM Physiotherapy College, led by Miss US Anusha and team. The next team to receive the consolation prize is Team Safety Sharks from SDM Engineering College, led by Mr. Rahul V. Bandekar. SDM Engineering College. The next team to receive the consolation prize is Team Contagious Intelligence from SDM Medical College, led by Mr. Sriram Puranik and team. Team Contagious Intelligence from SDM Medical College. And the last team in the list of the consolation prizes is Team Dent Propels from SDM Dental College, led by Abhirami S. Babu and team. Team Dent Propels from SDM Dental College. The first Congratulations to all the winners and the winners who won the consolation prizes. But there is we could not hear a very loud applause for the first prize winners and all the other prize winners. So request all of you for a round of applause. And picture abhi baki hai. The first prize winners, I would request you all to come up on the dais to receive the trophy or the winner's trophy. So the first prize winners, the team LS Comp, led by Mr. Vinayak Uppin and Mr. M.A. Umar Farooq from SDM Engineering College. Please come up to the dais to receive the winner's trophy. The organizing committee of the National Science Day celebrations this year has announced two special categories of prizes, the best team and the best theme. So we have two prizes. I request our registrar, Dr. Shettar sir, to give away the award. The best team name goes to the team Contagious Intelligence, led by Mr. Sriram Puranik from SDM Medical College. The best theme name goes to Skin Interfaced Biosensors for Advanced Wireless Physiological Monitoring in NICU and PICU, led by Dr. Rangappa Ashi from SDM Institute of Nursing and Sciences. to evaluate 95 posters, we had 14 senior faculty members who were helped to select the top teams. Now I request the following faculty members to come and receive a small token of appreciation from the dignitaries. I request our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.K. Joshi sir, to please come up on the dais to give them a token of appreciation. I would call the names: Dr. Ajanta G.S., Professor Clement Chelly, Dr. Krishna Burde from Dental College, Dr. Vishwas Kavishwar from SDM Medical College, Dr. Kiran Hegde from SDM Medical College, Dr. Harikesh V. Rao from SDM Dental College, Dr. Radhika MS from SDM Medical College. Thank you, Joshi sir. Now I would request Sri Jivendra Kumar sir to give away the token of appreciation to our judges, Dr. Rajiv Lal from SDM Physiotherapy College, Dr. Shiv Kumar Gowda from SDM Engineering College, Dr. Shivanand Adganti from SDM Engineering College, Dr. Sudhir Bhagbolan from SDM College of Physiotherapy, Mrs. Matilda, Professor SDM Nursing College, Dr. Renuka Aradhya K. Math from SDM RIBS. We would fail in our duties if we don't recognize the presence of the senior faculties across the 6 institutions who have helped us during the poster preparation and presentation process. I request our finance officer, Shri V.G. Prabhu sir, to hand over the token of appreciation to Dr. Anita Javalgi from SDM Medical College, Dr. Kaveri Halikeri from SDM Dental College, Dr. Shweta Kulkarni from SDM Physiotherapy College, Dr. Tilak Joshi from SDM Nursing College, Dr. Renuka Aradhya Math from SDM RIBS, Dr. Bahubali K. Murugunde from SDM Engineering College. Thank you, sir. In life, winning and losing will both happen. What is never acceptable is quitting. So congratulations to all the winners and all who have worked to see this day happen as a grand success. Over to you, Dr. Sudhir.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to a close of today's evening ceremony, we may all rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Symphony is in the synchrony, and this day is an output of the relentless team effort that worked tirelessly over the last several weeks towards achieving a seamless performance. To express our gratitude to all the members of this team, we would like to call Dr. Ajanta, Deputy Registrar, Sri Dharmasala Manjunatheshwara University, to deliver the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for being here present for this National Science Day ceremony. I, Dr. Sudhir Bhattbolan from SDM College of Physiotherapy, truly relished bringing this evening to one and all gathered at this venue, Ishavasyam. I request the audience to kindly join for the high tea organized on the corridor next to the auditorium. Allow us to say goodbye. Thank you all once again. Take good care. Jai Hind.